Everybody, how are we? Right, before I even start, we have to say goodbye to Jay's animation. I'm afraid it was voted out. Now, some people said the audio is too bad on this animation. However, that's not the real issues. We're in COVID, so I couldn't really travel to Jay's house. I had to do it via like WhatsApp or something. So the idea was to replace that with a proper audio when I get to Jay's house and he can do me on the microphone. But everybody said get rid of the animation at the beginning. So one more time and then we'll say bye-bye.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Anthony Cummins. I'm a historical researcher and author. Please enjoy the video.
Right, guys, so thank you to Jay Kane, obviously, for that. Right, main thing. God, guys, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I did the video a while ago about how I wanted to change the channel. It wasn't quite going right, and not really many people watched it, but most of the loyal people have watched this, and the response I've got was massive. So to everybody who watched it, over 1,000 people, and to everybody who commented, a few hundred, I think, thank you very, very much. I have read every single comment. I have either liked, hearted it, and wrote back to most of the comments. But it was like I was going on and on. It was just taking ages and ages. So before I go into explaining it all, thank you so much. Like, genuinely thank you. There we go. Okay, so I've been through all the things, and let's discuss what we should and shouldn't do. There was one major hiccup, and that was, I think people misunderstood what I was saying in the video. So I said, guys, so just stay with me on logic here. I said, guys, I've bought better equipment in the past. I've bought lighting in the past. I've had backgrounds in the past. I've done all that. I've done little pictures everywhere. I've spent hours colour adjusting everything on, and I spent £100 just on that. I colour adjusted stuff, and it was at the same time as uploading one a day to do the algorithms. And I said, none of that has worked. And most of the answers in the thread was, maybe you should buy better equipment. Maybe you should get a bit of background. Maybe you should get some lighting. I'm like, I just literally said, guys, I've done all that. It didn't work. What should I do? And you answered with what I should. So it was logically about 80% of them were like, I could sort of like, well, you know, we've done that. Equipment wise, I'm on an iPad Pro Air, a really expensive one. It's a $2,000 one. It's about £1,500 overall. If that's not good enough quality to film on, I don't know what is. So let's first of all go through quality. As I said, iPad, everybody said the sound's okay. Now I might, however, what I am going to do is absolutely buy a mic, guys. I used to have a mic and I used to have it there and did all the sound and everything, but it didn't make a difference. But you know, everybody keeps saying get a mic, Ant, so I'm going to buy a mic. But it'll have to be in December when I get my what's the word? When I get my donations from Nato.ru, because they're you know, I want to get a decent mic there. So right, I've got a lot to go through, guys, so I so apologize if this is going to go on a bit, but I need to say quite a few things. So if you're not one of my loyal guys, you may just leave the video or stay, it's up to you. But you know, if you're not one of the, you won't quite get what's going on. So there we go. Right, so I hope this is a good enough quality for you guys. To me, it's good enough quality. But let's talk about quality first. I've come across so many YouTubers. One of the ones, I don't watch many of his videos, to be fair, because it's not really a massive thing I'm into, even though I quite like it. It's Simon Roper, and he does, he's like a very cool, well, cool guy. He's probably the geekiest geek you're ever going to geek on. But he gets tons, and he's very slow and methodical in what he says, and he talks about ancient Anglo-Saxon grammar, right? Anglo-Saxon grammar, bit of a sort of like, hi everyone, on the simplest phone with no background whatsoever. He sometimes pauses for a plane to go past. Tens of thousands of views per one, every single one, on Anglo-Saxon grammar. I watched History Debunked, which of course is just a guy in front of a screen, an older guy who literally does this, and he gets tens of thousands of views, but he does very current affairs things with the Black Lives Matter stroke white history and all that sort of stuff. So he gets a lot of views probably because of that. But my point is it seems that while the quality of this video is high enough for the videos I do, I think, apart from a microphone, which I will buy. Lighting wise, I don't know, it seems all right. So my question to you guys, so first major question is this background, unfortunately I've got that because my box fits in there, so it's a little bit. So do you want this background? Do you want my horns background, which I put them there for a reason, so they become a topic of conversation? They have become a topic of conversation. Or do you want This is what I used to, but this is what... So when people say, Anthony, you should get the right equipment, I used to have all of that there. That's my YouTubing. I have all the tripods with the lights on and everything. It used to take me ages to set up. It took me ages to do it all. Didn't make a blind bit of difference for actual views. Not one. So that's that, guys. Please pick one. I can do it. The main two are the horns one and this one. So I put the wood in the background to try and, you know, give it a bit of, ooh, there's the wood. Right, so what's next? Okay, so some of the crazier things was change the colour of your house. Okay, so people are like, there's just not enough colour in your house, Anthony. And then the other one is change your clothes. There's not enough colour in your clothes. Right, you'll notice in my house there is white, black, gold. That is it for colour, and wood. So basically you get wood, white, black and gold, or of course ornaments like teapots and everything. But I don't put any more colour in my house. And my clothes, I wear white, black or grey. My girlfriend, who I've been going out with for about a year now, she's not the only one. Other girlfriends have said this. They've said, when I've had to wear blue for some reason, I've got an old t-shirt or something, they're like, oh, Anthony, your eyes look so blue in that blue t-shirt. Wear blue. Shut up. She gets a... Get in the kitchen. You should wear crack, you know, the Batman one. See, if I actually took my time, I'd put the Batman coat there and I'd edit it and all that. But I don't think it actually gets you any views. So I'm not changing my wardrobe and I'm not redecorating my house for a start. One has to have... I'm an Englishman. You don't wear colour. That's a ridiculous idea. We wear black. We wear grey. Or we're just not English. So there you go. Right. So the other one is actually putting little bits of images on the thing. Again, I've done that. I spent a lot of time doing that and it didn't add to anything, but it definitely did make a more exciting video. So I understand that, but this is the problem with that. So I have made some changes, by the way, guys. It's all negative. I'm just trying to go through the things that I don't remember, that I need to remember. So basically, it was Good Karma that stopped me using them. So Good Karma he's had a right beef against me for years now. Another one of those, you know, very Buddhist, very spiritual, except will put complaints into YouTube, will sit there slagging you off, you know, the usual, like, you know, holier than thou and everything. So I just want to be honest with you. I just Googled a thumbnail once before Jay was doing my thumbnails. That's why Jay does all the thumbnails now. So I Googled summer and it was like used, and about 8 months later, he decided to argue with me and then put complaints in against the thumbnail. So I was like, and any Google images now, there's that much like, and I don't know if it was from Good Karma, but one of them, I'd used something wrong. I can't even remember what it was. One of them was actually ridiculous. It was a sword video that Miyako had filmed in Japan and they had music on in the background and I got copyright tagged for the music they had in the background on a video from somebody had sent me. And I ended up with that and Good Karmas and one other, I think. I ended up losing all my money for a year off YouTube. So I can't risk the putting it up because we get enlightened people like Mr. Good Karma. You know, I just Googled an image of samurai swords. I didn't even know it was his image. So I don't Google things anymore unless it's things like kunai or computer. You know, something nobody's going to care about. You know, there's a million of them out there. Like a yin-yang symbol. So now Jay Kane does them. Now what we are going to change is, you will have noticed the channel name has changed. So thank you for that advice. Channel name has changed. It's now Samurai and Ninja History. And the tagline at the top says with Anthony Cummins. So done, guys, changed. That's sorted. Jay's going to try and, it'll still be the same type of thumbnail, but Jay's going to try and make them a bit more clickbaity. So unfortunately, that's what the world of YouTube is. You need clickbait stuff, but hopefully with a good video behind it. So there's nothing worse than clickbait and it's a crap video, but hopefully with clickbait and a good video, that should do. So we've got that. So images. The second one is ninja. People say ninja images, you know, get more images on the historical stuff or have some shuriken to show. Why would I show shuriken? That's exactly what I'm trying to say. We don't need to bother with, you know, on the whole. So Les Con is probably blowing his head off right now because he's telling me off about shuriken at the minute. I've been chatting to Les Con, by the way. He's a dead nice man. I've been chatting behind the scenes, just saying stuff hi and all that and sort of getting it. But I think he's trying to change my mind about shuriken. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully we'll do a collaboration video with shuriken with Les if we can get it together. So I have come along and said I want to change the way with you Ninja and Samurai. I can't use Google Images. Where am I going to get these images? Everybody's like, use more images. So I'd have to get Jay to draw them. Just not going to happen. He's busy. I'm busy. We're all busy. And I'll explain that bit in a minute about time schedules. So we've got Jay. So all he can do is the thumbnail for each one. And I can't have him sat there making images galore. However, I have not ignored that. I agree with you. The images are really good. So I'm working with Mustafa at the moment. I keep calling him Mufasa from Lion King. He's English, well, he's British. So it's, it's not ridiculous. It's just my head. I keep going to the Lion King, which my sister watched over and over again, and I guilt pleasure watched it in the background. Beauty and the Beast is by far the better one, but I Lion Kinged it all the way through. So everybody's Mufasa. Basically, if it starts with Moo, you're Mufasa. Do it again. Name that film. Lion King. So right. So everybody said the presentation is fine. They're like, Anthony. Some people who speak other languages said I talk too fast. I agree. Other people have said it's not broad enough. Bizarrely, they've said I should have a much more structured idea of what's going on, scripting out. But again, guys, a 20-minute script writing out. I worked with Nick in the Shogunate, and he takes weeks to script his stuff. I've got 30 minutes. So this is a good segue to explain why I'm on YouTube, yeah? So I am not a YouTuber to be a YouTuber, just so you're aware of that. Guys, I understand I've got to be here for sales. I've got to be here to get the books going. I am an author. I'm a professional author. I have published over 20 books. My work is publishing books. To support them, because marketing is crap with publishers. They just don't market your books. You've got to market yourself now. The days of them putting on bookshop shelves have gone. And actually the publishing house has changed in the last 10 years. Whereas before it was who you were, now it's how many social media contacts you've got and how many social followers you've got. You could literally sell anything. I could tell you, I could make anything up I wanted. And if I had 100k subscribers, they'd just publish it. It's that bad. So I have to be on social media. And of course, I don't know everyone here. I know quite a lot of you actually, but I don't know everyone, but I genuinely I want you guys to get the information, and I enjoy it. I don't enjoy doing this. I hate doing YouTube. It's a boring thing I hate, but I genuinely think you guys are watching it, and I know you're watching. I feel guilty if I don't get one out. So why am I here? So when I wake up in the morning, I get I've got the dogs back. I don't want to say they sat by the fire at the minute warming because it's been the rain. We're in Wales. So the 2 Rottweilers are back now for a month. So I get up in the morning, they'll get me up about 6:30, 7 o'clock, out the door, up on the hill, come back, get a cup of tea, on fruit tea at the minute, and then by 8:30, writing. By 4 o'clock, so I write all day, by 4 o'clock, 4 hours-ish, so about 8 hours work. 4 o'clock, emails, get my emails sorted. 4:30 to 5:30-ish, I'll try and bang a video up. That gives me, say this takes 25 minutes to do. I then remember where my mistakes are, try and find my mistakes, cut them out, click upload. I don't have to get anything down or anything. That's it. And I try and finish work for 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I don't even know what time it is now. I think it's nearly 7. So I'm late. And many days I overwork. So I am not. So a lot of these ideas are great where it's like, oh, Anthony, sort this out, draw this, animate that. Oh, I need to talk about animations. But I've got 35 minutes. And that's not 35 minutes accumulated per day. So if you wanted it that way, I could probably do a drawing every other day and then do your video every 2 weeks. But would that put my views up? I doubt it, because I used to fill my videos with Google Images and everything to the good karma issues and all the other stuff, and it didn't do anything. They did make better videos, I'll give you that. So Mustafa is working on it at the moment to do some images, and he might start doing the images for me if we can try and get people to go to his channel. So if you start seeing images come up, get to his channel. Right, I had something else I was going to say then. So basically, overall, guys, I'm an author. I spend hours being an author. That's what I do. If I was going to be a YouTuber, right, you would have the best videos you've ever had. If I spent 8 hours a day making like I know Metatron and Shadversity and all them do a lot of that. They have amazing videos simply because of that. But the difference here is they've got a broader scope. I don't have a broader scope. So what is my goal? People have said, Anthony, go broad. I'm like, So I tried to do the Western tradition stuff I've tried to change my channel and go broader, and it just flopped. I did May Day stuff, I did Christmas stuff. I did about 5 or 6 videos over the 6 months, and they all did abysmally poorly. So it didn't work, broaden the channel. It just didn't work. I might try it again somewhere. So I'll do my Western traditions on a different channel out there on YouTube. So what I will do now is change it. I've changed the title to Samurai and Ninja History. We're going to stick with that. I'm going to get a new microphone towards the end of the year. I'm going to get oh, the guy goes there. So I'm going to pick whichever one you want. I'll try and do the background you want. If I find any images, I'll put them in, guys. Now, what I'm not going to do is start doing cuts. I can't stand that when people cut and then they cut and you're like, so the ninja are doing that. And I get sometimes it's a little bit monotone, but there's a point where you're like, I am not doing that. You know what I mean? That's a bit, no. So overall, guys, as broad as I'd like to get it, and I am going to go broad, so I'm going to take on, I'll talk about Christopher Flynn in a minute. I am going to take on some of his advice, definitely, and talk about wider subjects, but this is solely not about me getting views. I don't need 1 million subscribers. I don't want 1 million people. That's not what I'm after. What I'm concerned with, I've got 22,000 people and 1,000 people watching. That's a 5% retain rate, if you like, which is really bad. So I need it to be, what I would like, I'd be totally happy with, is 100,000 subscribers, 10,000 views a video, and I know then that it's sinking out there. At the minute, I'm dripping it, and it's slightly getting out into the people out there. But what I want is 10,000 views per video going out there, so people are like, yep, we know who Anthony Cummins is, we know about Ninja, and there's about 10,000 people, because I need you guys, the actual truth is I need you guys to share the videos, Facebook sharing, all that, and then spread them out, and then spread the info out. Because it's not about me having subs, it's not about fame, it's not about money. I need money to keep going, it's simple as that. It's about getting the history of the ninja out. I don't care. I can see, what people don't realise is, I can never be wrong. Never. I can be mistaken, but I can never be wrong. I can make a mistake, but I can never be wrong. Because I have no interest in any angle. I want to know, what did the ninja and samurai do in all the massive scopes, from their connection through Buddhism, India, Buddhism, all the way through China, all the way to Japan. And I've spoke to Les again, going backwards through from Japan to China and India, China and India, anything like that. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, we're sorted. I'm there with it. Can't be wrong, because whatever it is, I'm on board with it. I'm happy. If it's people dressed in black with a badge on there in red, throwing shuriken, doing backflips, I'm there. I'll be getting it on with you. But so I don't care for that. So I'm not here. My point being, I'm not here to try and I want loads of subscribers. What I'm here for is I don't accept money. People keep offering me money. They keep saying, Anthony, I'll give you money to sort of take up your time. Will you check this one? I can't do it. I hate taking money off people for that. I'll just help you. I will help. But what I do have is I've set it up like you have all business models. You have a product, you have a distribution system, you have customers, and you advertise. I've got all those 4 in place. And it's working. It's working really well. Book sales are great. But the difference is running a house by yourself with just book sales is really difficult. And I get into Japan, I need to add about $5,000 a year onto my earnings to get to Japan, go around, do stuff, and come back, which is just not, that's why I've not been there for 3 years. It's just running a house and doing that. It cannot be done at the minute without more book sales. So while everybody's happy in the publishers, I'm not happy because I'm struggling to not get to Japan and do more stuff. So I'm in this middle period. So I don't need 1 million subs. I need 100,000 people, 10,000 people that are watching the video, and sorted right there. So where else was I going to go with that? Okay, so I have the changes I'm making: microphone, channel name change. I'm not changing my clothes. Let me know if the background's a problem. I don't think the lighting makes much difference, because I've seen people with channels get ridiculously much more, and they have not got special lighting, and I've had it and it didn't work. But anyway, I've told you all that. So I should have wrote all this down, shouldn't I? this is what you get when you get ad hoc. Now, I've had a lot of people say, don't change a thing, Anthony. They love my style. They love my presentation. They're like, it's brilliant. It's free flowing. And one of the nicest things I had was it said it's like watching a lecture from a university where the friendly professor has sort of put this video on Skype and said, now everyone will sit down for a lesson. So in Independence Day, this happened. It's like, that's what they say it's like, which is really nice. And some people say they just put me on when I'm washing up, so they don't even get to see me. So if you're washing up right now, hands that do dishes are as soft as your face with mild green fairy liquid. British. Only British people will probably get that. So I'm going to do that. Now to Christopher Flynn's ideas. Now Christopher Flynn has offered, he's bought my books, got them all. He's offered me money. He's done nothing wrong. He's been really good. He's a little bit abrasive with people, and people have noticed that. But I would like you to go back and chat to him more. But he's even offered to support, get me going with like this podcast idea type job. I'm not saying no to it, but I don't need any money. I'm not interested in the money. I just can't stand receiving money for that sort of stuff. I don't mind donations at the end of the year, and what you've been doing, donations. For the those who don't know, for about the last 5 years, I've been getting donations from Nato Review at the end of the year. But I've been contemplating asking you lot, but I'm like, so I might do it at Christmas, I don't know. I believe money comes when you get it, but I'm genuinely asking for advice from you guys, because I was like, what do I need to do? So what I'm gonna do, Chris, is the idea is good. It's like speak to different people about different things and get there. But the problem I've got with that is, now I say this with the least big head I possibly can, but it's true, is when it comes to ninja research, there's me in the world at the forefront. And I mean that because I've been to Japan, and you know what? They've got loads of the scrolls, more than I have, so they have more information than I do. They have more than I do. So if you want more information, you don't speak to me, you speak to them, you speak to the people out there doing it in Japan. They speak the language, they don't have to go through translators like I do and all that. But I've seen them try and put it together, and you're like, that is not right. So as a personal private individual, I have the biggest Ninja Scroll collection in the world. As a personal private individual, that is undoubtable. Public collection, of course, I've not got the biggest. I've probably got the second biggest, depending on how you count them. Number one is Mie University, Iga Museum. They have the same collection now. They've merged their collection. I don't know personally. Kawakami has access to all of them, so you could, if you count Kawakami, and he could copy every single one out and leave it in his house, and he's got it. Kawakami beats me, but beyond that, private, I have the most. There's one other man who I know is a mad collector, and he's not got everything I've got, and I know what he's got. So we're there. I've totally lost my train of thought. No idea what I was going to say. Anyway, so this is one of those videos that only you guys who know me watch it, so I don't have to really edit much out of that. So, Christopher Flynn. So what I'm trying to say is, if I go to a dancer, if I get a dancer on a podcast, and I'm like, okay, let's talk about Japanese dancing from like the Sengoku period. They're going to go, what? And I'm going to go, I know. I have no idea. So, but it's not a bad idea. Like, you could talk to different people from all walks of life. I think it's actually a very good idea. But the problem I've got this is, I work long hours, and there's nothing worse than being in England when all of your fan base stroke customers, pretty much 99% of them are in America. So it would mean not only working, it means then getting up at 3 a.m. to chat to these people, to then put it on YouTube, to be like, oh, it didn't really work, or it did work, or what happened, or I have to do that every week. So every week get up at 3 o'clock to sort of talk to someone, go, right, then get up and write a book. You know, write my day's work of book. It might not work because people forget about time zones. You know, obviously, you know, have you noticed everybody in America forgets they're in America, basically, which I find dead funny. They give you their address and they don't put USA on the bottom. I'm like, are you from the USA? And they go, yeah, well, why? I'm like, because you didn't put your country at the bottom, and only Americans don't put the country at the bottom. Everybody else is like Germany, Australia, England, China, Japan. Americans is like 44 Avenue, Clifton Drive. What state, mate? What country? You need the country? Well, yes, I'm in England, so we'll have to try and put the country on the bottom. No, I don't even, what's my American accent? So Christopher Flynn's idea. So this is my personal thing to you, Christopher. Find me someone who I can do collaborations with on those different things, and act as my sort of like agent-y type job to say, would you like Anthony Cummins on your channel? To talk on you, and all he asks in return is he can show a book and bring him back to his channel. Because actually, which leads me from Christopher's stuff to the biggest thing that works. You know what actually worked the best, guys? And I mean this genuinely. You know what worked the best? If I closed this channel and only did collaborations. If I, well, not close the channel, just stop doing these videos, did collaborations. So this is where I need to point out Nick. I was going to point out Nick from the Shogunate at the very beginning. So Nick, if you're still with us, then the best collaboration I've ever done is by far with Nick from the Shogunate. Not only is his channel amazing, he totally supports me. So Nick, 10 points to him. And if you're not subscribed to the Shogunate, which you all are, you go and subscribe, because he puts it, he makes sure he's like, there you go, boom, Anthony did this. This is Anthony. He is this. Now, and he does that out of kindness. He doesn't charge me. He doesn't do anything. I send him a book. I help him work on the video, you know, with scripts and everything. And then he makes sure this is Anthony. And Nick never changed that. Even for anyone you do it for, never change it, because this is the other problem I've got. I do collaborations and I do these collaborations and you wouldn't believe some of the big names and some of the people who will not put my name on the video I've helped them with. I've had videos that only once in my life did I ever refuse to have my name go on something. And do you know what it was? It was an official Japanese exhibition that me and Yoshi translated. It was a ninja exhibition in Tokyo that we translated their stuff, not our stuff, their stuff. And after we looked at it, we wrote to them and said, please do not put our name on that. And they were like, really? I said, that is historically inaccurate. We'll translate it. And they paid us for it. I was like, do not put my name on that. It's crap. And they were so shocked. And that is a big ninja research group, and I was like, no way. So all the other ones I'm like, please, you know, for all this work we're doing, can you put a name on? Now I've been done it with some big channels, and some of the big channels will put my name right small at the beginning, or at the end when everybody's finished, they'll leave a couple of blank seconds, then my picture comes like, nobody stayed there till the end. Like, it wasn't worth it. And even some of them, they've asked me to do work, and I've done like 3 or 4 days work, 2 days work, half a day's work, and the video never happened. Oh, we're not doing it now. They're like, I'm like, really? You know, do you know what it takes? So the average pay in the UK, I don't even know what it is anymore. So let's call it $100, £70, $100. I don't know, for an average day's pay in the UK. Now, when I help these people on these videos, I am throwing away a day's pay to get it done. Because sometimes I've worked an entire day, sometimes half a day's pay, sometimes 2 days pay to get that. So I have got to make up the loss of not working for 2 days and the fact that I'm 2 days back off my video. So when I do this with people, I've knocked a week off a new book. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if I didn't do YouTube and I didn't do them stuff, I'd get you an extra book out a year, without doubt. A smaller one, like a Shoninki size one, you'd have an extra book a year. But I spend it doing this. I could put an extra hour a day into a book, boom, boom, boom. Over like the 250 working days, I'd have 250 hours of the work and research done. Easy done for a smaller book, no problem. So I do that, and some of the big YouTube channels have gone, oh thanks Ant, and then not even mention me. Or put, you know, the other one is, I hate when they don't mention me in the video. They put it at the, you know, your drop down menu. Oh, check this thing, and right at the bottom, Anthony Cummins. You're like, come on, you know, no, put my picture up there. I've done a lot of work for that. So basically, if I do a full day's work, I need, and I'm sharing the, you get £1 a book roughly. So let's say everybody gets paid £70 a day roughly. If I share the work with, share my royalties with Yoshi, I need, so if I say I do a collaboration book on the Bansen Shukai, I need to sell 140 copies of the Bansen Shukai to get my £70 money for the day's work, and I've still lost the day's work doing the next book. And yet some people don't even put my name on. So there you go, and I keep doing it like an Egypt. So the best thing I would be able to do is to collaborate full time with people who put my work up, because back to Nick and the Shogunate, it's been a few months since we did that video. Now it's at 220k, 230k hits on the Ninja one. And you know what? Even my publisher's seen a rise in Bansen Shukai sales. He does it on this one, and you see a rise in the sales. It's not meteoric. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to be rich. But the point is, I did that work for him, and we did it together, and I'm going to get paid for that day because we've seen a rise in sales. Not only that, the publisher's happy. I'm happy. Nick gets the money off his channel and gets more subscribers from like 220k hit to subscribe. Everybody's happy, and it wasn't any ego. Well, I'm not putting Ant's name in, because some of them are like, well, and you've got a bad reputation for like in the Japanese history crowd for like pissing everyone off, so we can't put your name on, but we help us. And I've helped some of the biggest channels on here with their stuff, and some of them have hidden my name, but there you go. And some of them have been very nice. Right, what was I going to say then? So, Shadversity's got wood in the background. I've got wood in the background. I don't have... These guys have knight swords and armour to show you. I don't have ninja weapons from the past. They don't do them. And anything they do produce and sell is absolute tosh. And it's not real. So I can't be like, hey, look at this ninja weapon. That's totally inaccurate. The point is, so hopefully we'll get... I've got Molly working on some drawings with me. And I've got Mustafa working for me. Not working for me, but working with me on drawings. So I might be able to get you some drawings out there, guys. Christopher Flynn, get me some collabs. I don't need you to buy me anything. Just get me some collabs. Get me on Joe Rogan, for God's sake. Somebody get me on Joe Rogan. Do you know the amount of people who've gone like, Ant, you need to be on Joe Rogan? I know that. You know that. I've wrote to Joe Rogan. My publishers wrote to Joe Rogan. Everybody's tried. Can't get him to listen to me. I might actually do just a video saying, get me on Joe Rogan, and then get everyone to pass it around. So, guys, overall, I've listened to everything you said. Everything. I think they're all some great ideas. Some of it was a bit like the point of the video was me saying, I've tried that, it didn't work. But it doesn't matter. I think overall we've got a name change. I'll buy a microphone. We'll try and get some more images when I can. But I'm not going to start doing all these weird edits. I'm not interested, you know. So I'm here as an author trying to sell you my work and show you what I'm doing. So I can't be an 8-hour-a-day YouTuber. I've seen them work. Do you know how long it takes to make these videos? For them, a ridiculous amount of time, like ridiculous amount of time. So I just can't do it. Otherwise, it's not being an author. I'd be a YouTuber then, not an author. So thank you very, very much, everyone. If you stayed for 30 minutes, thank you very much. Hardcore. Tell me if you stayed till the end. Say Booyakashan in the comments if you've stayed till the end, which is an old British comedy thing from the Mighty Boosh, I think. So apart from that, thank you very much for the advice. I have seriously taken it on board. I have looked at everything I can, and I will do it. Nothing's really going to change much in the sense of these videos. That's the most I can do is this sort of video, but I will try to add some of those aspects that you've brought in. And hopefully, guys, get me some, not only Christopher Flynn, all of you, get me some collaborations with big channels. If it's a big channel, so Christopher, put it this way, if I'm doing a collaboration and wait until 3 in the morning and I put it on, and I've done these before, I've done collaborations, and it's got like 300 hits or 400 hits. I've done ones with different small channels, it just doesn't get the hits. But if you can get me on a big channel, I'll go on it, happily. Obviously no turnips, like I've been on some really weird places. Right guys, see you later.